Vegas.
Chelsea is a very quality guard, one of the best in the world in women's basketball, and why not meet with her?
What a pretty feed from Chelsea Gray.
Definitely has a little Magic Johnson in her game.
A lot of things always start and end with the point guard on great teams, and Chelsea's one of the best in the league.
You're pretty tough. That's why I don't guard you, won't play you.
What do you think about your new nickname?
What's my nickname?
Point guard.
She got it! Chelsea Gray firing daggers left and right.
Her basketball IQ is so high. She could put the ball in the basket. She could drive, she could shoot the three, she could shoot the pull-up, she can do everything, but at her core, I believe her to be a pass-first point guard.
Chelsea Gray,
Point guard.
dropping dimes like a bank teller.
I think what I see in Chelsea is a learner. You can always see the wheels turning, like she wants to understand more, grasp more, connect to more information, learn more abilities to do her job better.
Hey guys, welcome to Vegas.
Good.
Good, how are you?
Are you guys here in Las Vegas season?
Yeah, I work for the team. She's a free agent that we're trying to court to Vegas.
Last year, Chelsea became a restricted free agent for the first time.
It's been cool, man, to, kind of see how people see me in the league.
You get to see how other teams operate. You get to see how other people treat their players, treat superstars. From there, you can make an educated decision. But when you only have been with one franchise, it's kind of like you don't know what you don't know.
So we are going to go over to Signature, which is our team housing.
Okay.
And then at 8:30, we'll come down for breakfast and meet with Bill and Dan and our staff.
Every team wants to collect good players. More important, it's a quality person. Our team is a team of really good individuals, and I believe someone like Chelsea will fit right in.
Not that bad.
I can't see myself really playing for anybody but a team in the West. LA has always been home. Tepes's family is all in California. They come to the games. So that's important to me, and the only other team right there is Vegas. It's actually a really quiet city.
Quiet.
You have the Strip, right, which is like 2-3 miles maybe of nonstop, all-night entertainment. And then I live like 15 minutes that way. And my entire neighborhood is kids, and it's quiet, and I feel like I'm in like Pleasantville.
Vegas is a big, small town. It's 2 million people, but you get anywhere in this town in 10 to 15 minutes. So the players here can walk up and down the street and everybody knows who they are. Where in a big town like Los Angeles or Atlanta or Chicago, they get lost in the shuffle.
Everybody knows the Lakers, everybody knows the Clippers. But in Vegas, there's women's basketball. So the women are, at the focal point of the city. So today we're going to head to the UFC training facility, which is where we do all of our strength, conditioning, rehab, recovery.
Nice. I don't see this happening that much. You hear about it happening on the men's side.
After that, give you a rundown of how we do things here, all the opportunities, all the fun stuff that we have out here.
Why not? Why not have it happen on the women's side? Why not have people be like, you need to fly her out?
We have 8 properties on the Strip that MGM owns, so we'll show you those.
Athletes need to see where they're going to play, where they're going to train, where they're going to live, how you're going to be treated. Because somebody will sign for somewhere for 3 years and have no idea what they're walking into.
Vegas seems cool. I usually only spend time in Mandalay Bay coming to play you guys.
And then those 3 gold towers are the housing.
Has a kitchen.
It's got kitchen, oh yeah.
That's all she cares about. Thank you.
So they have a 24-hour valet. In the summer when it's hot, if you call down, they'll turn it on. So you get the air conditioning and stuff on before you go to practice.
Thank you.
A lot of people would agree that Vegas is second to none just as far as player experience and how they treat their players, how they advocate for their players. As Vegas continues to push the envelope, other teams will hopefully rise up to the occasion, but right now I think Vegas is ahead of the game.
What floor are we on, Allison?
34.
Oh, leap a joke.
You guys did the penthouse for this. They do it nice.
So Bill says, he wants to treat them like when he was playing, they treated the men. Right. He was there's no reason why they shouldn't be treated the same way. I think it's sometimes hard as women, we get this image, right? If we're
So let's say for the men's side, you're saying like, I want this, so I'm demanding that. Oh, they're just hard nailed. They know what they want. But I think it's important to talk about free agency. Talk about how you want to just visit other teams just to see what they're about, just to see how their organization run. Maybe you take some things to go back to the organization that you want to sign with and be like, look, they're doing it like this. We need to step our game up.
He tries to fly everybody first class, but the league won't let them.
Of course they won't let them.
So he's like, I'm not gonna make my players fly in regular seats because I won't do it. So why would I make them do it?
I remember I was checking in. I was a middle seat from, I think it was Connecticut to Seattle. And you sitting in the middle and they're like, hey, so what are you doing flying to Seattle? I'm a WNBA professional, And then they're like, oh, so you're in the WNBA? Yeah. So it doesn't really match.
So these are the apartments the girls have. They come fully outstocked with everything.
Okay.
Anything you possibly could need, and if you need something else, you just call down and they bring it.
Ooh.
A small
Chelsea
oven.
likes to cook and to entertain.
But
that's why I don't cook. Before we got married, I was like, so listen, this isn't gonna change.
Not my thing.
I'm not gonna cook.
So it's a 1 bedroom, 2 full baths with a full bath here.
This is a little high though. Woo.
Yeah, some of the girls prefer to be lower.
Yep.
You have these 2, and then you can close these doors right here to make it a 2-bedroom.
So perfect.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of visitors.
Literally, yeah, Vegas, people come to visit all the time. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna run down and get their luggage. I'll be right back.
How about that free agency?
It's been wild so far.
Free agency has been crazy.
We go over CBA stuff?
Yeah, is that okay? Sorry,
You look good, babe.
I figured.
Look yummy.
But yeah, this is the full CBA, and then I pulled out stuff that I think is relevant here.
The focus on the players right now by the WNBA is been a long time coming. That's our top priority, is to make sure the players are taken care of across the board, from how they're housed, how they travel, obviously financial from their salaries, but more marketing and helping them grow their brand individually, and what opportunities they give them in the town to grow themselves, to grow their brand, to participate in the community, and just to be known. That's one of the big things I think about women's professional sports now, is you want to get them out there. You want them to grow up in the town or across the country so they become household names.
So time off bonus is the first thing, which basically if you don't play overseas over a certain amount of time, you get a certain type of bonus. We can skip to 37. The only players that are eligible for that Supermax number, the 215 number, are 6 or more years of service, except next year it starts to be 5 or more, which is super annoying, because if they would have made that effective immediately, you would have been eligible.
Right.
Which is why a 1-year deal makes the most sense.
So are people able to negotiate in between 185 and 215?
No.
It's either 185 or 215?
Yeah.
Okay. So that creates a bigger disparity between players.
Which is the purpose, right? Because they wanted to differentiate between star
players. Because last year CBA, everybody was getting the max.
This is where it gets interesting. These new marketing agreements, it caps each player at 250. So if the league could pay you even $150K to do X amount of appearances, and then you have a time off bonus and you go play overseas for 2 or 3 months, I mean, that's pretty...
That's good.
Yeah.
I don't think people realize, especially for women's basketball players, unless you're really in that world, how difficult of a job that they have. Because when you think about it, the WNBA season runs from May to September, and most of those players will go overseas a week, 2 weeks, a month after that, and then they're gone until the next season.
It's hard to, go year round, but it's the way WNBA players up to this point has been able to make their money. They're paying you over $500,000 for a season to come in there and perform.
So my bigger question based on all this is how much does money in the off season to keep you here matter?
I mean, it matters for sure, especially because not just for this season, but upcoming seasons, because the new CBA is making WNBA a priority and not going overseas. I mean, I would go to, hopefully, China. So it'll be a shorter season, but I think it's important to have that in there.
Hopefully the coronavirus be gone.
That's true.
Shit, I hope it's gone before the Olympics.
Same. Otherwise, actually...
overseas season.
Yeah, that's the neighboring countries are not in a good place right now. Yeah. So... yeah, we'll figure that part out.
Life overseas is, a gift and a curse. I think one of the bad things about it is that you're away from your family, you're away from your friends. But some of the great things about it is you're able to travel the world. You're able to play against different competition. You learn a lot about yourself. But there's nothing like being able to be in the States, see your family, them come to games. There's nothing like that.
Mama Vicky likes it.
That you look in the crowd and you see family support. My dad is here as well, and my grandmother is here. I have close family and friends, and that's what it's all about.
Dang, we gotta go. But is this at least a good overview?
No, yeah, this is perfect. I think we can talk about it a little bit more too.
I think it's an important conversation to at least start. Like, I don't want you going into this offseason with any question marks. I want
everything in writing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And that way, we have options.
Okay.
Like,
well, let me change clothes really quick.
Okay.
All right, bye guys. See you later.
Bye guys.
Nice to see you. Every player has to make their own decisions. Some people will sign up for long-term deals. Some people will take a short-term deal just to make sure their options are open. Do they want to be in the town they're in? There's a lot of options, just that what is their priorities?
The championship contender, obviously the people, how they treat their players, where they see the growth. I'm not at the beginning or the end of my career. I'm kind of right there in the middle, but I think it's important to talk about life after basketball, to talk about how can you impact your community at this time. But also you want to win. You want to be great while you're in the game. So I think that's important for me.
She's had to learn how to navigate her leadership skills while playing next to some of the greatest players to ever play basketball.
I really feel like LA took a chance on me when I didn't really play my rookie year. They saw potential in me that honestly I don't know if I really saw myself. And I think being around that veteran leadership just elevated my game.
And I remember Kobe Bryant learning and trying to figure out how to be the best version of himself while playing next to older players and players that were great in their own right, and trying to figure out how do I do that and access the fullest version of who I am.
I wouldn't say that I don't know if I would have gotten to that point if I wasn't with LA, but I would say I don't know if I would have got there as soon as I did.
I think that she's realizing that she's hitting her prime, that she's amazing. She's phenomenal at what she does. I think she's obviously a phenomenal person, a phenomenal woman. And so it brings me joy when other people see what I see.
Tess has always been somebody that I bounce off ideas with. We make all of our decisions together. She gives herself so much to the career that I have and the lifestyle that I do live. Not a lot of wives, husbands are able to do that. So I had to marry her because she was able to do that.
I feel like we were back in college, like getting recruited. Like they put you into their jersey and they give you the best sales pitch, but it makes you feel special. Like it makes you feel wanted. Yeah. And I think that that's important for you to feel wanted and valued wherever you play.
Tupessa is the one that kind of pushes me to, bet on myself and have confidence in the decisions that I make.
I don't know. I'm a good hype man. I kind of remind her what she's done.
It forces me to kind of get out of my comfort zone, to allow people to woo me, I should say, with the lack of a better word. So she likes that idea and she's like, see, you are good. See, you be confident.
They're a team in every way you could think about it. So Chelsea takes care of business on the court. Tupessa helps bring it all together in terms of off the court.
She challenged me to think the game a little bit more. She challenges me to work harder. When I think I'm working hard, she's like, no, you need to get in the gym today. You need to go do cardio today. I'm just like, I just want to live. No, you need to get on the treadmill today. She holds me accountable when I'm not acting up to my standard or where I'm supposed to be, on and off the court, which I absolutely love. And I do the same thing. I challenge her. We have fun. I make her laugh. So I love her. She's everything for me. Did you see it? It blows stuff out of the nose. Babe.
Does that count?
That wasn't very good.
Wow, okay. You try it. I
met Tupessa back in 2011. 11 maybe.
I had been a basketball player. I was playing at Long Beach State at the time.
I went to an open gym at Long Beach State.
And everyone was like, that's Chelsea Gray, Chelsea Gray. I was like, who the fuck is that? Like, I don't know who that is.
Chelsea was a McDonald's All-American in high school, one of the top players in the country, very, very highly recruited, ended up choosing Duke.
And then I actually saw her a day later or 2 days later at a Sparks game. And then that's when the first time I paid attention to her and I was like, damn, like you low-key kind of fine, like I like you. And so I slid into her DMs. That's her favorite part of the story, is that I did the sliding.
Back then it wasn't like slide in the DMs, but she slid in my inboxes on Facebook. She's like, hey, it was great to see you. Great to meet you. And I was just like, okay, it was great to meet you too. And then we were friends. It wasn't anything. And she was just like, you know what? Let's give it a try. And I was just like, okay, let's give it a try. But yeah, that's how we met.
Her junior year, she dislocated her knee. And then she came back, probably a little too soon. She re-injured the same knee that she had injured the year before.
I didn't even know that I was going to continue.
I think she felt like she was shorted in a way to have the career that maybe she could have had she been able to play.
And then I got the call to go to draft night, and I was like, so there is an opportunity.
She was just like, holy shit, I'm invited to the draft. Like, that means something.
I wasn't expected to continue to play, and Connecticut took a huge risk by, drafting me.
That's where we started. And she had surgery, and we had to basically clean up the years of high school, AAU, and college to prepare her to be able to play in the WNBA.
And I would come here probably like 3 or 4 days a week, and I haven't had surgery since. He basically saved everything.
Yeah, now you want to land like a cat, okay? Super soft.
Okay.
All right? Okay, hold on. One on your own. Okay, on your own. Good catch.
I had my rookie year, and that was hard as hell. I gained so much weight trying to figure out this whole league and being a professional, and then I got traded to LA, and that's when it was like, oh.
She's like, I was always supposed to be a Spark.
When I was growing up, I had the Sacramento Monarchs in Sacramento, but I also had the LA Sparks. I love Lisa, I love Tina Thompson, Delisha Milton-Jones, and then Candace went there, and then just see that years later I'm playing with her, and she's become one of my best friends.
You doing ball handling with
it? So I was just so excited to be able to be playing in LA and the legacy that all holds. It's me and my bro, yeah, I'm Frank. Know how we do it, short from the bank. Know how we do it, we don't want alcohol. Come on, bro, bounce it off the wall. So I was born in Hayward, California, Bay Area, and I spent a lot of time between the Bay Area and Manteca. So I went to school out there, but my parents always worked nights. I would literally go to school, my mom would pick me up, drive me to the Bay Area, either Oakland, Danville, Castro Valley, Hayward, wherever my aunt or my grandmother was, and I would do my homework, spend the night. Sometimes if I had like AAU practice, go there, and then my mom would pick me up at 6 a.m. I'll be ready for school, drop me off, and it was the same routine.
What's up? Yay! What's up, yeah?
Hi, baby.
Are y'all ready for me?
Hi,
Let's
baby.
do this. Hi. Oh, I took off your lip gloss.
How
I'll give him up. All right, I have some eyeliner.
You got eyeliner on?
Yeah.
I see, bottom eyeliner.
Mm-hmm. Should I FaceTime my mom?
Sure.
Definitely.
Hey!
Hey, Mom, I'm mic'd. Okay.
Mic'd up, mama!
Is Dad there? Is Dad there? Is Dad there? Is Dad there? Because he called me earlier. Is Dad there? All right, well, I just wanted to call you and say hi and put you on camera.
Now you tell me. Wait a minute. Now go. Where the cameraman?
Bye, Mom. Love you.
I like you, Japasa.
Bye. Talk to you later.
Love you guys.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye. So I have one brother, but because I grew up in, kind of two households, you can kind of say, my cousins are like brothers. So when we were growing up, it was the four of us. Like it was the four are coming, So I have my brother Javon, and then my brother Steven, and my brother Sean. Steven is the one that actually has put a ball in my hands for the first time.
I did. I think I did. Her and my little brother started them off young. We started like 4 or 5. I mean, we did drills and stuff, but it was like, I don't know, for some reason they love drills. Start them doing layups, right hand, left hand layups, all kind of stuff like that. Everything I was learning, I pretty much was teaching them. And then after that, she just started coming to the rec with me, coming to the park with me, always wanting to play. Everyone's like, nah, she not gonna play. Yeah, she can't be on team. I'm like, all right, well, she's on my team. So y'all gonna have to figure that out. And then when she came out, she started dribbling and shit. She'll shoot the ball and they'd be like, was that a three-pointer? And everybody would be surprised and like, who is she? How old are you? How old are you? Like, it was just all fun and games. And then it just got serious. I wanna say.
That just happened.
I think she went to the Boys and Girls Club one time. And then I get this phone call. Chelsea is over here killing these boys. These little kids, they don't even know what to do. So yeah, it was cool, man. I loved it. The first time she beat me playing basketball was never. I ain't gonna let that happen. That's not gonna happen.
That was
That's
coming.
not gonna happen.
What? 10?
10? Yeah, that sounds about right. That's right when you got your confidence too.
Wow.
So I guess you could say I kind of let her win, but she was just the littlest one on the court. Now she like the tallest point guard out there. It worked out right.
Ooh,
we all said that she was gonna get
tall. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, you look good.
Yeah. Ow, you do it to her. Did you see what I did? This is my hamstring. Don't jump. Don't jump. You just gotta be flexible and elegant.
Adios, amigos. Because they got it like that.
So, after the meeting with everybody in Vegas and how their players really feel like superstars, because everybody recognizes them, like, is that something that...
I think it's appealing. You see them on the billboards all the time, and I think that's so super cool to feel like you have a town behind you.
Yeah.
But, I like to have my private time as well.
Yeah.
So, I'm okay with it.
But it's not like...
It's not like, yes, I love it all the time.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Perfect timing, right?
Well, you're about to get really recognized now overseas.
I know.
You're playing for one of the biggest clubs in Turkey, if not the biggest. The biggest
club.
Yeah,
the biggest club in Turkey.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Is that Wednesday?
Yes. 2 days.
I thought Wednesday was
I'll make you some good
20th.
dinner the 2 days that we're home, though.
Yeah, I'm tired of eating out.
I think the Aces knew that them taking me away from LA was probably slim to none, and they did it anyways. So that's what I really appreciate, and Allison was pretty upfront with them anyways, that my heart is in LA.
I also would give credit to Michael Fisher and Derek Fisher, who really, they listened to Chelsea.
Chelsea knows, even though I might be deaf, I can hear. I listen. I listen to people.
They heard Chelsea and what she wanted.
I have a Russian note from Armenia.
And they really figured out a way to deliver that to her.
We went ahead and did a 1-year deal.
Got the papers. Time to sign.
So now she'll be eligible for the higher master's.
This contract is huge.
What really helped was Chelsea and I had a very strong relationship before that.
The Sparks have a family environment. I absolutely love playing with the people that I play with, the organization, and all teams do not have that.
You do things a certain way. When you perform on the court, when you perform off the court, when you care about your community, when you're a stand-up person, when you're a woman of class and pride and integrity, you get rewarded. And that's what Chelsea is. And so there's no hesitation about trying to figure out how to make sure she's here for as long as humanly possible.
Now that free agency is over, I can breathe again. No DMs to answer, no phone calls, no trips, nothing. It's over, signed, sealed, delivered, LA.
We are